Your best station for news, politics, business, sports and entertainment. Your one-stop channel, Asset Television. Welcome to Asset Television, your best station for news, politics, business, sports and entertainment. Your one-stop channel, Asset Television. Welcome to Asset Television.
Hello and thanks for staying with us. This is Asset Television, where truth is treasure. You are welcome to Issues of the Moment, where we are going to link you to so very many issues that are happening in the polity. And to also tell you that it's just a few hours to August 1, where the strike or protest, as you may want to call it, is about to start, and it's about bad governance according to the organizers, and take it back. So what are we taking back? With me, I have
Emmanuel, HK Emmanuel.
You're welcome.
Thank you.
So, Emmanuel and I are going to take you through some of the topical issues in the polity now, and we hope that time will allow us to take all the issues as listed. However, we will start with the nationwide strike. Who is going out on the street to protest? Because we have two sets of protesters now. We have End Bad Government, and we have Take It Back movement. Both of them claim to have, as usual, written to the police authority and whichever authority that is supposed to grant them permission, and they have also been warned that it's not going to be violent. Now, again, we are aware that the state is also organizing a counter-protest, a protest in a protest. So how do we resolve all issues? You will hear from all of us, and my colleague here, as we give you, Emmanuel, how do you see this protest?
Yes, I want to say that officially we have two major groups.
Yeah.
But unofficially, as a group,
yes,
which we have identified, and the other group, bad governance also that we have identified. There is another group that are on the street. We call them Let Us Go.
Okay.
The Let's Go group. The Let's Go group, some of them don't even know why people are protesting. Some of them have no cause to protest, but they are there. Their own is to, as soon as they see crowd, hey, let's go.
They join.
They join. And they will be the ones destroying things on the road. They are the ones to burn tires on the road. They are the ones to begin to break or attack pedestrians. Why are you here? What are you trying to video like that? They are the ones. And there are other groups. These ones, the thugs, the people who have nothing to do in the society, as in they are not busy, they are not civil servants, they are not private workers. They are just there as hoodlums. They are waiting for an opportunity for something to ignite the protest. Then they will now begin to. They will join the protest, of course. They will join the protest, but the original protesters will not know their mission.
Yes.
They had their mission in mind. We want to protest and let the government know our hardship. We want to cry out like this peacefully.
Now, if I may ask you, what essentially prompts up this protest? Because some people are saying hardship.
Everywhere. The times are really hard in Nigeria. Prices of foodstuff skyrocketing every day. If I tell you to buy pepper, just pepper, 200 naira, they'll give you 3 pieces. Fresh pepper. Small pieces.
It will not even be enough.
How can it be enough? For even one person to cook. For even your dose alone, as in your one mouth. Talk about people with family. Yes. I mean, family members that have up to four. Some people have 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 children. Some people are up to 10 in the family. How do they cope? This is just rice. I mean, pepper I'm talking about. Gari in the market. 1 little cup, tin of milk. That's what we call cup. That tin of milk, 1 of gari is 200 naira in the market. How can you survive it? Now you want to buy sugar for 100 naira. They can't 4 cubes for you. It's not easy. This is just food stuff I'm talking about.
Yes.
Beans is no-go area.
Now,
Rice now is no-go area. Some people before now, they eat 3 times a day.
sure.
Now, they try to balance their diet by arranging it maybe once in a day. And that once, they will skip breakfast off it.
Yes.
And then
You
they take late lunch.
eat later in the afternoon,
they
and
call
that
it
takes
late-
you to the next
No,
day.
late lunch. they take late lunch or early brunch.
Yes.
You know? So, the hardship is too much. And then come to talk about fuel price. The fuel hike is also very, very much. And we Nigerians too, we are not helping ourselves.
That's true.
We are the ones suffering it. But the downtrodden, let me put it that way, they are also contributing to this. When they see that this crisis is like this, I expect the person who has a bus on the road to understand with us that it's not your fault. It's not my fault that the fuel is this high. Let's just manage according to how we buy.
No, but that one to go to the filling station to buy fuel, and he has to make returns
That is what I am
for
trying
him
to
for
say.
him to be on the road.
That is what I'm trying to say. If that's where I bring in the word manage.
Yeah.
Manage ourselves. Managing ourselves in the sense that as you buy, operate like that. I give you an example. They buy this fuel today, yes, it is high. When you increase the price, let's say from Maraba to town, 500 naira. We know it is because the fuel has increased. That's why the price has increased.
Yes.
On Monday, that they know that the traffic is high, is 700 or 800 from Maraba to town, from Nyanya to town. 700,
And you
800.
pay that same way back.
No, they give you the price. It's not fixed. It's according to the weight of the traffic.
Yeah, yeah.
When they see the people, because Monday mornings, everybody rush to go to the office. Now it has to be 700. They jack it up. So that is where I say we are not helping ourselves. Now that is for fuel. What about electricity?
Sure.
Everything is high. When we are crying that fuel is high, food is high, you cannot even manage lights.
Like electricity that has been categorized into bands. And they will promise you band A, at least you are guaranteed light for 20 hours in a day, minimum. 20 hours in a day, or at the most they give you 22 hours. Where I live, band B, in fact, sometimes the whole day we don't get to see light. I made a complaint. They say, well, so long as I'm using a prepaid meter, when the light is not there, at least my meter stands until when light comes. I said, but that was not the excuse you gave us. They said, well, that's what the system can allow. It's not that they deliberately take light, that they have no reason to take light. But the equipment they are using are obsolete. And that's why sometimes they have to put off the light for the equipment to cool down before they power it on again. So what was the essence of their categorizing the light?
Initially, I used to think each time power light goes off, I used to think there is a fault.
No.
But I now discover, after some findings, I discovered that sometimes they ration.
That's true.
They'll concentrate on this phase, this area. They'll tell you the feeders from here to here, feeders from here to here, from this time to this time. Let them have light.
That's true.
And then they switch it on. And then the feeders after that time, they now concentrate on the other side. From this hour to this hour,
I also found out that at the time, because they will tell you that if they want to give everybody light, it will be low current.
Okay.
Because the equipment cannot power it maximally to be consumed by everybody at the same time. Because two, if you stay in a house, there are some people that have more equipment, like AC, using iron and others. Then in the rural areas, the outskirts, if you see the type of light they give them, sometimes in fact, at night you might not even see your way through. inside your house. But they have no
It's
option.
not all the
Because-
outskirts.
Okay, not all. Some are
Not
being
all.
favored.
Some are being favored.
Good.
Like in my state, for instance, Benue State, the outskirts enjoy better life than the cities.
Okay.
Because one, the way I look at it, I try to do some findings too. There, in the town, we use prepaid.
Yeah.
You control your lights.
Sure.
You buy your light, you use it when you want to use it. Except sometimes when you need it, the light is not even there from the source. If not, you're prepaid, you control it yourself. In the locale, there is some of them don't even have meter.
That's true.
So they don't read meter, they give them estimated bills.
Whether there is light or not.
Then whether there is light or not. Sometimes I've seen a situation where that in that place the two transformers, one for GRA, one for the other side, the two transformers packed up, and for 3 months they were bringing bills. The boys rioted. If not for the traditional ruler that stood up, there would have been crisis, serious crisis. He stood up and said, no.
So let's come back to the nationwide
Yes.
protest that is starting tomorrow, August 1. Do you think
the cry of the masses? Government. I'm not on the side of
if
the
government is
I am not-
reacting, why would they now be sponsoring anti-protesters against
No,
the protesters?
I am coming. Let's approach it this way. Government. I'm not defending government.
Okay.
Because I'm also feeling bad. I'm feeling the heat too. But for government to stand up and say, okay, rice, for instance, that used to go for 120,000 a bag, 50 kg, 100,000, 120,000. Government has dropped the price to 40,000 as at yesterday, and they are making about 740 trailers or bags to each state in Nigeria. The problem I am going to have with that, good monitoring
Good.
and supervision of the areas where you will
That's
concentrate
what I
them.
had expected government mentions too, because they say 10 trailers per state.
Per state.
You understand? Now, where are these trailers going to be stationed?
Yes.
For instance, there are some states where if you take them to the capital,
It is
far from
the
so somebody who wants to buy at that 40,000 naira a bag, traveling from that place to the state capital, and you
Now,
travel back.
I will suggest to the government, since we have local governments and we have local government chairmen,
Good.
let them share them to the local governments. Even some of the local government headquarters are still very far from some of their constituents.
Yes.
But then, in that case too, I want to advise, let it not be politicized. Because I've seen situations where they share fertilizers like that.
Yes,
And if you are not a party, if you are not their party member, you don't enjoy it.
that's true.
Before you know, maybe the government might have good intention, but the people to execute it will do it their own way, which will not favor the general masses.
Well, as far as I'm concerned, this protest is not by PDP, it's not by APC, it's not by NMPP or
it's not
Labour
by,
Party.
or Labour. It's not
It
a party
is-
thing. It's a
it's not-
general
it's a general-
Nigerian.
yes, of APC that is in charge of Nigeria today.
Yes.
You are hungry. You go to the same market
Yes.
with every other person. I was just listening to a program that just ended now, where they said some category of workers went to protest. Then in that same organization, the heads were not around.
Yes.
You understand? Because they feel so comfortable.
Yes.
And that's why my fear now is that this rice that government has promised at this price should not be hijacked. Though it is not even the price that Jonathan left. Jonathan left a bag of rice at 25,000, yes, kg. 26,000 naira kg.
Yes.
Buhari left it a little bit higher anyway. Before 36,000 naira.
36.
Now, the mistake the current administration made was arbitrarily removing the subsidy on the first day of assumption of office.
Without making adequate preparation. If there was preparations, we will begin to get used to it.
Yes.
But because there was no preparations, we could not. We're finding it difficult. And then my other fear of this rise, let the government make it available. Let it not be just be known. We hear that on news, government say they are talking where.
No, let
the masses know that if we go here, we will get it.
Let me tell you another thing that is happening to this our economy. We Nigerians are the one punishing ourselves.
Just like I said.
You said this earlier. Let me tell you, some rice that we are buying now have been warehoused. Is even saying, okay, fine, we know the situation of things. This rice has been bought at this price at that time. So even if you increase it a little bit, people will still buy. But everybody has just, now a bag of rice is 85,000 naira. For goodness sake, when their salary has just been increased to 70,000 naira. So does it mean that you don't have any other thing to do? You just have to collect that your salary, then you borrow 10,000 naira, add to it and go and buy a bag of rice. Then you are left with only eating rice.
Same with fuel.
Same with fuel.
Same with fuel. Some people had fuel on ground enough in their station, in their factory. And you won't get in the station.
You won't get in the station.
We used to have somebody. But I heard his story, Mr. Adam Tony. If he buys fuel, if they like, let them increase the price to any level, he will sell
that one that he had bought already.
He has bought before, and he will finish that one, and then he will tell his customers that this one will finish tomorrow. From next tomorrow, the ones you are coming to buy now will be new price, because I'm going to buy a new one. You know, so if there is fuel crisis, everybody runs, even from Makudi town to the village where he stays, to his filling station to buy. We don't have that kind of people now in Nigeria. They are scarce. They are scarce. Now everybody is capitalizing on a little opportunity to make money, and it's not helping us. It's not really helping us.
Even this 40,000 naira bag of rice, how many people will afford it?
Now, why is the government waiting till now to take this decision? That's another question, another angle we should look at. Time now. It's over 3 weeks or 1 month. Why did the government wait till now to take this decision? Well, calm the situation for all Nigerians.
Yeah, you see, because when ahead of this protest, at least they had enough notice, and they ought to have prepared. If by now, because there was a release I saw, which we now later know it was a fake release, where they say government has reversed the subsidy and he has reversed the electricity tariff, but later we know, because when things are coming up like this, like the protest, for instance, if you're on social media, the videos of all protests will pop up again.
Yes.
And people will see it and believe.
Then write something terrible under it.
Good.
To ignite
sometimes
trouble.
On WhatsApp, you will not see forwarded many times.
Yes.
You know, when you do fact check, then you know that some of these videos have been there for a very, very long time. So let us proceed now. Onyeka Onwenu.
Wow. Onyeka Onwenu is an icon, a legend.
Onyeka Onwenu. We just woke up this morning. The whole social media was awash with the death of Onyeka Nwenu. And we know
age a little. 72 is not too
yeah,
close
it's not
again.
too, yes, yes.
But at 72, some other persons are still strong and doing
Very,
well.
very.
Even she died after a performance. She went and
Yes,
performed in
yes,
her
yes.
friend's birthday. And the friend she performed for was celebrating 80th birthday. And she after the performance, she even performed after the performance before she went, and then she slumped. That's what the news said. It's unfortunate. The Onyeka Nwenu we are talking about, we know her with her popular love songs, emotional songs.
I know there was a duet she did with Sunny Ade.
There was one single that, One Love, One
Yes.
Love, keep us together.
Exactly.
That's music. Say we sympathize with
We sympathize with her.
with the immediate family, and then we sympathize with the entertainment.
She had some projection here
Yeah.
on her head that time when she was still.
And do you know, Onyeka Nwenu started growing hair when she was small.
Yes.
That made it unique for her.
Yes.
It's not that she grew up, got into that age limit, and begin to grow gray hair. No, she was born with gray hair. That's what they say.
That is it. Anyway, may her soul rest in perfect peace.
Amen.
Well, if the director can project at this moment, what the newspapers are saying, we wish we had so many papers, but at least we're able to get one. If the director
Let's see
can
what the
project it on
papers
the
are
screen,
saying on their headlines.
yes. Okay, we are told that
It's not handy for now, so
now,
I want us to talk about the hike in transport in Abuja metropolis.
you see, a friend just told, was it yesterday when I was buying fuel at black market in one of the filling stations, because they had fuel. Now there are some people who had paid for the fuel ahead of time. Those are the only people that come in with their ticket and buy. The others are barred from the ticket. So we had no option than to buy at the black market.
Abandon his car
That is it.
because of the fuel. Now, where are the black marketers buying from?
From the filling stations.
How? Yes. If this fuel is scarce, as they said, if the fuel is really scarce,
You
it should
just
also be
ask
scarce.
that question. Now let me tell you one thing.
Yes.
You go to the ATM. You go to ATM with your ATM card. They will tell you cannot dispense. In front of that ATM, you see POS
Plenty.
if you go, they are living fat on people's money. You understand? They operate these black markets everywhere. Cause this scarcity, anything. Look, I'm not trying to derogate anybody at this instance, but these are the situations. Let us sometimes we state the obvious.
And sometimes somebody told me that what they do, if you are selling. Let me finish this. That if you are buying in jerrycan, 25 for every 25 liters, you pay 1,000 naira.
Yes.
For every 25 liters, this 1,000 naira you're paying is not going to the owners of the filling station.
No.
It's going to the operators of the pump.
Yeah.
You
Well, I am told the newspaper is ready now, so that we can round up with that and see some of what is trending out there. So, well,
and now when people react, they say they are closing down all their shops. Anyway, Nigeria.
which they did yesterday.
Yes.
Monday. They did.
My take before we round it up, I think Nigerian crisis is too much for us, that we don't have to create more within. We have to pray.
Our hands are already full.
It's already full with
Right.
crisis. Let's think of how to proffer solutions and how to calm the situations down. Let the leaders stop fighting themselves. Think about how.
We thank you for staying with us. We wish we could have stayed more, but our director said our time is already up. Thank you so much, and meet us again tomorrow.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
Welcome to Asset Television, your best station for news, politics, business, sports and entertainment. Your one-stop channel, Asset Television.